How are you? Hope you're fine. This is the Shy Yeti Show.
Okay, where you go?
Why have I got horns?
Oh no.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh, there's going to be some drama ahead.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy as bright. Gee.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Paul.
Quack, quack, quack.
I don't know how he does it.
Excellent.
Sister Jen. 700.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast de Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm okay. Although, well, it's episode 700. You'd think I'd be excited and celebrating, and well, I'm afraid things aren't going to be like that this episode, because we've learnt the answer to a secret. It's all exploded in the last day or so. It involves Reginald Pipes and his relationship with Wilson Comet. As you remember, we discovered that Wilson Comet had been sort of blackmailing Reginald, menacing him as well, and trying to frame him for things, and we didn't really know why. There was some connection to his past, some association that they knew each other, but Reginald couldn't remember. There were some voices that said, was Reginald being honest with us? But I think he was. He didn't know who Wilson Comet was. But anyway, let's run that theme music, and when we come back, I'll tell you what's occurred. And it all began with a phone call. Run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Keep it rolling.
Good, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The high life, the shy life.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious.
Hello, captains. How are you?
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. I think he has.
I love the Yeti test. It's my favourite thing.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
I could eat my body weight in crisps.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
It's all gooey and meaty and yum.
I don't think I'm ready to speak about it.
Here comes the grizzly.
Hi there.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
I can't wait for it to begin.
I like that. Yeah.
Marvelous. Oh dear, I can't believe that old bag is still around.
Hello, can I help? Paul the Shy Yeti?
Hello, Paul. It's me, Martin.
Oh yes, Martin. How are you doing?
Well, things aren't so good. We're not quite sure what's going on. We're a bit concerned.
Oh, in what sense?
Reginald, he's gone missing. We thought he'd gone for a walk, but he hasn't been seen for hours now. He's not answering his phone.
Oh dear.
We're concerned that something to do with Wilson.
Oh golly. Well, what do you want us to do? We don't have a car exactly. We could see if we could contact Yeti Uncle John in case he's shown up at the Magpie Hut. I mean, that's a possibility, isn't it? You know, seeing as he once lived there.
I wouldn't bother, Paul. I've tried to call Yeti Uncle John and he's not answering his phone.
Well, maybe they're both together. Well, keep us informed, won't you? I'm here with Cromitty.
Right, Paul. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you'd got him with you.
No, we haven't, I'm afraid.
All right, I'll call you back as soon as I hear something.
All right, bye then. Bye-bye.
Bye, Paul.
Oh dear, Paul, what's going on? Well, Reginald's gone missing. He's concerned it could be something to do with Wilson. You know, didn't he give him an ultimatum? Well, yes, they think that's the case. It seems we went to school together. Oh, come on, Reginald. You can't play stupid forever. I promise I am not playing stupid. I didn't realise that we knew one another. I've been telling you we knew each other for ages. You didn't say it like that. You said I reminded you of somebody. I can't believe I don't remind you of somebody. I really can't believe you don't remember me. I'm afraid I don't, but I presume that all the threats that I've experienced, all the problems have come from you. I presume you broke into Cromitty's lab and trashed it and tried to implicate me. Am I done? Yeah, let's say I did. But why? You honestly tell me you don't know why. You can't remember. What, have you got amnesia or something? No, look, I don't even remember going to school with you. Were you here under a different name? Maybe, maybe not. I think it's best we have another conversation in a few days' time, a few weeks' time. You know, now you know me. Perhaps you can think. Are you speechless? You sound speechless. Go and have a look at the school photos from our year. You'll see me there. I was there. Don't think the names were on the photos though, so I'll answer your questions. Your question about whether I was Wilson then or someone else. Why are you doing this to me? When you remember, you'll know why. Oh dear, see Cromitty coming. He doesn't look very pleased. Well, if he's not pleased with me, then I imagine he's learnt about you as well. Learnt what? Well, if he knows this is a demon school, he'll know that you are a demon too. Might just then come here with somebody. He is. Here with you. Well, I'm going to tell him that you're a demon, whether he knows it or not. Oh well, see if he believes you. He'll believe me. He's a friend of mine. A friend who's lied to him about his true identity all this time. Get out of here, Wilson. Just get out of here and leave me be. I will do, at least for a while. I want you to remember. I want you to remember who I am. Well, I'm sure I will. I might give you a few clues, maybe. Maybe you should have a word with your friend August, you know. Didn't he have amnesia? Yes, maybe he did. I don't think I've got amnesia, though. I think you're just not telling me the truth. I don't recognize you. I don't know your name. I haven't forgotten. There's more to this than you're telling me. Oh, well, you have a think about it. See what you come up with, eh? As I say, I'll give you a clue if you really can't remember. Oh, be gone. Be gone. I'm going. He said that he was going to give Reginald a few more days to try and work out who he was. Yes, he did. Oh, dear. There's something I've been wanting to tell you, and I didn't know how to. Oh, yes, Cromitty, about Wilson. Yes. In my defence, it's all been a bit of a... Well, I suppose I should say that I've remembered things that I had forgotten. Remembered things that you'd forgotten? Yes. I was... I think that Wilson tried to hypnotize me. Well, he tried, and he failed, and yet he also succeeded. How does that work? Well, he tried to hypnotize me to forget something, and I played along, cleverly thinking, oh, this guy can't hypnotize me because I'm an expert in hypnotism. And yet, well, my memory's faded all the same. He must have tried one thing, but also had a backup plan. You're going to need to explain this to me a little bit better. Well, Paul, long before the school reunion, long before, well, I think most of us knew that Reginald was a demon, let alone Wilson, I turned up at the supermarket and overheard Wilson on the phone. Okay, you never mentioned this at the time. No, this is my point, Paul. I overheard it. I didn't really overhear anything about demons. At least I didn't hear Wilson confess to being a demon, but he did confess on the phone that he had been responsible for trashing the lab. What must have made you furious? Well, yes, it did, but I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I mean, Wilson, to me, was just my boss. Why was he trashing my lab? Fair enough. And things were going on, Paul. It was the same time as if Uncle John got bitten by the snail. Oh, yes, drama llama. Yes, the drama llama. So I had to get back with the provisions, but if you remember, Yeti Uncle John ate all the cream teas and wanted more. So I went back, and then I decided to confront Wilson. because Wilson may have suspected that I'd overheard him, to begin with, but he never said anything, and I left. But it was all swirling around in my head. I was confused. But when I went back to get the extra cream teas, I did speak to him. And, well, we didn't speak about what I'd heard, but he tried to hypnotize me using a watch that he said was given to him by his mother. I heard everything he said. He wanted me to forget what I'd heard him speaking about on the phone. So I played along, but, knowing it would be impossible that he could hypnotize me because I'm so good at being a hypnotist. And yet, well, it didn't work, but it did work. Over the next few hours, things became hazy. He must have used a very sort of double-barreled form of hypnotism because, well, it did work in a way. At least it did work as far as fuzzying up my memory until the point that I couldn't recall anything. In fact, it completely left my mind. So you never got to tell anyone what you'd heard? No, but obviously then other things slowly started to happen, and he told you about himself. I went to the school reunion and I found out things. Then I think it was sort of over the last few weeks, what I have found out to be true, I sort of begun to realize, well, yes, I knew a lot of this already. Not everything, as I've said, but I just feel bad. I could have warned everybody sooner. I could have warned everybody that Wilson was not to be trusted. It's okay. I don't know that there's anything we would have done differently. What could we do? Wilson had to show his hand, and he didn't show his hand until the day of the school reunion. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm glad nothing worse happened. Yes. I wonder who he was speaking to. Yeah. I wonder what the connection is. I wonder who Wilson Comet is. To Reginald, What is the mystery? What is it? I don't know. Sorry, phone's going again.
Hello, Paul, it's me, Martin.
Hi, Martin. What's up?
Emergency over, except, I think something bad's happened.
Something bad?
Yeah, your Uncle John's coming over to pick you up, you and Cromitty. We found, Reginald. He was at the recreation ground near the ornamental fountain. Yeti Uncle John found him.
Right.
We think he'd met up with Wilson, but he won't say anything. He's completely, in on himself, or very strange. He's catatonic. I don't know if that's the right word. He's really not doing good.
Oh, my goodness. Did Yeti Uncle John say that he definitely saw Wilson there?
I don't really know. He drove us back, and I was having to sit and talk to Reginald the whole time, so we've not really had a proper talk.
Okay. We need to find out what actually happened. What on earth were they meeting in the ornamental gardens?
Well, it has that sort of waterfall. That ornamental waterfall. I guess. Well, it's an out-of-the-way place. It's sort of, dramatic and and no one's going to, interrupt you.
Not this time of year, no.
Paul, I'm worried. I'm worried that Reginald might have pushed him off.
Pushed him off?
Well, if he wasn't there and they met...
Who's to say he didn't just walk away?
Well, one of the things that Reginald did say was something about falling. He must mean Wilson, surely. Reginald hadn't fallen.
Well... Was there a body in the pond or, below the ornamental waterfall?
Not that Yeti Uncle John said.
But he wasn't seen getting out of the pond?
We're going to have to speak to Yeti Uncle John.
Fair enough. Okay. We need to know what's happened. We need to know what's going on. We'll see you soon.
All right, Paul. Tallulah's beside herself.
We'll try and calm her down and make sure, make sure Reginald gets a whiskey in him or something, or a very strong coffee, or both. We need to find out what happened, and we need to find out what Yeti Uncle John knows.
All right, Paul. I'll see you soon. Oh.
Paul, it sounds dreadful. It does. What's happened to Wilson Comet? Did Reginald find out? Does Reginald know who Wilson actually is? Well, I guess Yeti Uncle John might know more. Reginald might be able to tell us once he starts to talk again. Hopefully he'll come out of his catatonic state. Well, I hope so, but it could take a while. I need to start gathering evidence or sort of I don't know, statements. Well, if there's been some sort of wrongdoing, the police might get involved, Paul. I don't know. I don't know that the police will get involved. They don't like dealing with weird and bizarre cases like this. They'll turn a blind eye. Have you ever noticed all the things that have happened around us? You know, alien invasions and yoga vampires and all sorts. You know, a lot of these things have happened in public, or there's been a lot of attention, and yet the police have never once shown up. Have we ever even seen a policeman on this show? Well, I vaguely feel like there was somebody. I mean, Martin has police connections, but no, you are right. I'm right because it's true. And the same thing happened to me in the days of Sutton Park. We very rarely, if ever, saw a policeman. All these strange things that happen. They just turn a blind eye. They don't know how to deal with it. Whatever's happened, don't expect a policeman to turn up. We need to do our own investigation. But it's worth having a file on him. A file? A file on Wilson. People's experiences of him. Yeah. Well, this will be Yeti Uncle John. Oh, right, yes. We need to get our shoes on and get out. Yeti Uncle John, come in. I've got the car running. Are you guys ready to come with me? Yeah, well, yes. I just put my shoes on. Oh dear. This is a bad situation. How was he? Who? Reginald. How was Reginald? Oh, I was not saying much at all. Martin said that you saw them, or you saw Reginald. Well, I was with Martin, although we were looking in different areas. It just happened that I was looking around the ornamental gardens, and then I saw them. You saw them, both of them. Yeah. It was quite a distance. Two figures on the top of the ornamental waterfall. I couldn't hear what they were saying, of course, but the thing is, I got my phone out and I started trying to video them, and I was eating a sandwich. Yeah, then the seagulls came at me. The seagulls came at you. Yeah, she distracted me for a bit, but I kept filming. And then I just gave them my sandwich. I'd eaten the best bit of it. It was just the crusts that were left. Oh, yes, Uncle John, you always leave your crusts. Well, not always, but anyway. Trying to defend myself from seagulls with one hand and holding the phone just out towards the ornamental waterfall. And anyway, I dropped the phone in a puddle and I think I cracked the screen. Oh, yes, Uncle John, you're a nightmare. And what happened then? Well, when I looked back at the ornamental waterfall, there was Reginald standing by himself. And Wilson was gone. Yes, Wilson was gone. But, I don't know. I don't know if my camera caught more of, what happened than what I did. I mean, I'm just worried what it will prove. What do you mean? I'm worried that Reginald shoved Wilson off the waterfall. Well, we don't know that. Well, I didn't see Wilson. I didn't see him walking away. But then, for that matter, I didn't see him floating in the pond either. Or getting out of the pond even. Although that's quite a big drop. I don't know if anyone would survive a drop off the ornamental waterfall. It is quite a long way up, yes. It must be at least like falling off the top of a house or more. Yeah, and the water isn't very deep. No, I think, I don't know. Oh dear. Poor Reginald. I suspect that he knows something. They were talking quite heatedly when I arrived at the park, but now he's got into this cat-or-whatnot state. Yes, well, we'll go over. I'll be there. Maybe I can help. Dear. Do we need to go and pick anyone else up? No. I think it's best we don't involve anyone else. Although I may want to talk to one or two other people. I think we need to sort of work out what we all know about Wilson, our experiences with Wilson. Probably has had a bit of a realization. Oh, yes. Yes, I think that Wilson tried to hypnotize me. In fact, I know he did. I overheard him speaking on the phone, confessing that he had been the one to trash my lab and how he was trying to blame Reginald. This was long before we really knew about the whole demon thing. And yet, well, I thought I was immune to pretty much all forms of hypnosis, but whatever he did to me, it worked when I wasn't looking, as it were, because I completely forgot that I'd heard any of this. So that when I later found out the truth, I was as shocked as anyone else. It's only been in the last week or so that it's all started coming back, and I realized that I feel bad because I I wish I'd just warned everybody. Oh, you should have done. The sooner we'd known, the better. Yes, well, the day this happened, Yeti Uncle John, was the day that you got bitten by the snail, so there was a lot going on. Well, yes, that was a bad day for everyone. Yes, I guess you could say that. Anyway, we need to get over there. Oh, I'm worried about poor Tallulah. How did Martin seem? He just called us. He seemed quite, together, but... Oh, no, Martin's fine. Martin's fine. He's a good lad. He'll make sure Tallulah calms down. Anyway, come on, let's get in the car. Oh, dear. Listeners, we're going to head over to the music school. You might want to listen to something else at the moment. I don't know, something that completely distracts you from what's going on here. It's all a bit of a panic, as I say. I didn't know this was going to happen today of all days. What do you mean, Paul? Today of all days? Episode 700. Is it? Already? Blimey. Oh, no, it's not ideal. Well, it's the sort of thing that happens in these big episodes, A secret is revealed. There's drama. Yes, drama and mystery. And we don't know anything yet, do we? We don't know. What we want to know is what Reginald and Wilson said to one another. We need to know. Maybe we will find out, Paul. Yeah, maybe we will. Listeners, you've got to do something else. We'll be back soon. We've got to drive over to the music school. Okay, more in a bit. Come on, stop chattering. Oh dear, you see Uncle John. He's not wrong. Hey listeners, we're back at the Redline recording studios. That's quite good. I'm here with Levi. Say hello, Levi.
Hello, listeners.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
We're at the Redline, and we've got a traditional afternoon tea. It's in front of us in 3 tiers. There's little sandwiches, little chocolate cakes, and then scone at the top. And we've got tea. It's all very exciting. We'll review what we think of it. Are you going to start at the bottom?
I'm just going to go for whatever that's sweet.
Well, we've actually just come from Nando's, listeners. Because we had the afternoon tea booked for 2:00, but we were meeting before lunch, so we kind of needed to have lunch as well. Otherwise, we would have had to have waited till 2:00 to have had. Anyway, we're greedy gutses, so we had Nando's first. But now it's time for more food. We'll report back. We just had the sandwiches. There's cheese and tomato, egg, ham and something, and smoked salmon. Levi didn't want his egg one, so I got an extra one. I should have swapped one of mine with yours, but as you were donating your egg sandwich, I felt like that was a donation, that I shouldn't have to give up one of my... I'm such an evil Yeti. Next layer is cakes, like a chocolate profiterole, like a mini profiterole, a mini donut, cream donut, a mini... there's about 4 different things.
It looks like a crumpet.
Yeah, because the thing is so big, we can't see each other properly anymore. We're having to look at each other. It's like some sort of French New Wave cinema or something. We're like looking at each other through the cakes. Actually, you have to send me that photo you took, Levi. That was quite funny, of me obscured by egg sandwiches and things. What was your favourite sandwich so far?
Salmon sandwich was delicious.
Yeah. Well, that's why I couldn't swap a sandwich with you, because I only had my salmon sandwich left, and that's my favourite. Would I give up my smoked salmon sandwich for Levi? If he was crying, yes, but he wasn't crying, so I didn't.
Glad to know that I wasn't crying.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to cry for him.
Oh no, I've told him the trick. Next time he's going to cry and I'm going to have to give him a smoked salmon sandwich. That's quite difficult to say. Listeners, we moved on to the cakes. We're right by the fire, but Levi's cold. Plunge your hands into the flame.
And then you just jump into it.
Yeah, sit there. Actually, no, I mean, it is surprising. There isn't sort of. I thought it was going to be too hot, and actually, it isn't. But the cakes we had, there was a little donut, a cream eclair sort of thing. There was a little almond slice. There was a little lemon meringue thing. There was is that the lemon meringue one?
It's really good. It's the best so far. No, I like the cake. Between the cake,
Yeah, cakes. The little there was a strawberry. There was a little cheesecake thing. That was the strangest thing. I thought it was a little meringue thing. I reached out for it and it was soft, and I was like, oh, this isn't this. But no, it was like, I've never seen anything like that. It's like a tiniest of cheesecakes. Levi, how are you enjoying your traditional afternoon tea so far?
it was good. It's actually really good. The cakes are delicious. The tea was good.
Yeah, we've still got the scones to come yet.
How many scones is that?
I think there might be 2 each. I think. Yeah.
It's too high. You can't see it.
Yeah, they're so tall. The seats we're in are quite low. Actually, my seats were slightly taller than Levi's, and even though Levi's like a giant compared to me, he sat down. He like sunk right down, and because the table that was by the fire was a smaller table, they gave us a bigger table because they knew we were having things put on it. Yeah, my eyes were on the scones. Woohoo!
Friend Drew.
We've just eaten our scones. There were 2 raisin ones and 2 plain ones each, although I ended up eating 3 of them. Now, when I have to leave, Levi's going to have to carry me to the car. No, it's fine. I can manage to walk. Yeah, it was strawberry jam, cream, and scones, and they were quite crumbly. They were nice. Did you like your scone?
It will be dry and crumbly.
It was quite crumbly. Yeah. Still, it's not a bad way of spending a Thursday afternoon, sitting by a fire in a nice lounge, eating cakes and sandwiches. This is what happens when you're a podcaster, listeners. This is what you're missing out on. The life of a podcaster is mainly involves cakes and sandwiches, and being filled up to the brim with them. All I can say is that eating a cream tea is a perfect thing to do on audio, and I'm sure it's very frustrating, but you can always eat your own cream tea whilst you're listening to me. Nothing's stopping you. You can probably make your own scones. If you want to make your own scones and send them to me at the Shy Life Podcast, please do. Thank you. Anyway, before all the sugar sends us to sleep, I should probably say goodbye for now to Levi. Goodbye for now to Levi.
Goodbye, guys. It's nice being on here again.
Yeah. He'll be back, I promise.
I will be back.
Oh, it's like The Terminator. They're probably taller than the Terminator.
It's coming. Oh, dear. Oh, how are you? How are you, boys?
Well, we're all right, Tallulah. You were worried about.
My mum's all right. You're all right, aren't you, Mum? Oh, I'm glad to have Reginald home in one piece, even if he isn't speaking to any of us.
Yeah. I wish he hadn't wandered off by himself like that.
Oh, I know. We should have been more alert. Well, you know, we did know that, I guess, that Wilson will be back in contact.
Yes, but I know ever since the reunion, it's almost like everything went back to normal. Was he working at the supermarket, Cromitty? I don't know. I stopped working there altogether after that reunion. I didn't want to be around him. I think I was already beginning to remember what he'd done to me.
What's this?
Oh, Tallulah, it's something I've remembered, something that I'd forgotten, that I overheard Wilson on the phone quite some months ago, admitting that, basically admitting that he'd trashed my lab, but also that he'd done so to incriminate Reginald, and yet he then he realized I'd overheard, and he hypnotized me. I mean, really hypnotized me, or worked some spell or something to forget what I'd heard. And no, I've not been at the supermarket, but I think he was just working. Everything went back to normal. I think, you know, I did see him coming out of the supermarket one day when I went past on the bus. So I think he was still there. Well, I mean, demon's got to work, hasn't he? Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, my darlings, I'm so sorry that wicked man hurt you as well, Cromitty.
Well, what can we do? We need to know what Reginald saw or said, or what happened between them.
Oh, I'm just so glad Wilson didn't push him off. But I'm worried why if Reginald pushed him off. Oh, look, don't worry about it, Mum.
Well, the thing is, I might have some proof.
What do you mean, my darling? Why?
Well, as you know, Yeti Uncle John was the one to find Reginald. And although he was a little bit away from what was happening, he tried a video on his phone to prove, I don't know, why did you do it, Yeti Uncle John? Well, you know, people always get their phones out these days when there's some event happening. The both of them were shouting at one another. And I just thought, you know, if it was that Wilson pushed Reginald off, I wasn't going to get there in time. I just wanted, I don't know. You don't need to apologise. Well, I do, because I was stupid and I dropped my phone, but I blame them seagulls.
Well, what's this, seagulls?
Yeah, look, I don't think you need to worry about it. One way or another, Yeti Uncle John dropped his phone.
And it's broken?
Well, it went in a puddle. If I can dry it out and turn it on, he's acting a bit odd at the moment. Well, look, give it to me. I'll see if I can get it working again. Yeah, well, I'm still a bit worried about what it might show us. Well, all we know is that Wilson wasn't there by the time you got to Reginald. No, definitely not. Reginald was just standing there staring and, well, I don't know where Wilson went. But presumably, if he'd have come down the stairs, you'd have met him as you were going up. Well, there's a lot of undergrowth around there, but I doubt he'd have wandered off that way, but I guess it's a possibility. But if he'd been pushed off the waterfall, he would have been floating there, or at the very least, sort of struggling to get out of the water.
I don't think he'd have survived the fall. Don't think either of them would. It's quite a big drop, but the water's not deep.
That's what we were saying before. Oh, gosh. If only we knew. Well, we need to speak to Reginald. We need to get him talking. He needs to tell us what he learnt. Yeah. Maybe one of his friends came to pick him up. Is one of his friends? Well, yes, I mean, when I overheard Wilson on the phone, he was talking to somebody. All I can work out from that is that whatever the issue is, it's not just a personal thing. Wilson is associated with, I don't know, other people who are quite happy that he may have trashed a laboratory. Other demons, perhaps? Possible. Could they have recruited him because of his ill feeling to Reginald? Oh my darling, I don't like the sound of this.
It's okay, Mum. Come on, you sit down. We should go and check on Reginald. I'll do it in a minute. Maybe he'll start to talk. Just gotta give him a bit of time.
Yeah, just hope he doesn't go deeper in on himself. Cromitty, don't say that in front of Tallulah. I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't think. I don't think she's paying attention. It's all right. Oh dear. I mean, I don't know much about demons. Are there good ones and bad ones? There must be, I presume. But like there are good and bad people. Do you think the bad ones resent the good ones? You know, they could just resent that Reginald isn't one of their kind. There could be lots of reasons. It could just be general troublemaking, or that Wilson has his own problems with Reginald, and whoever it was he was speaking to has agreed to help. I don't know. We just need to make sure that Reginald's okay. That's the main thing. And if Wilson is dead, then somebody arrived very quickly and removed his body. It's possible. I guess it is possible. But you'd have thought that if they'd have found one of their own murdered or drowned or whatever, or unconscious even, that they would have come and attacked Reginald. Maybe it's because they saw I was there. Oh, you dear Uncle John. I'm not sure that you are enough of a force of strength that they'd leave you alone. What do you mean? I can be quite menacing. I'm tall. You are quite tall, Yeti Uncle John. You are one of the taller Yetis. Yes, well, rather that you're such a short ass. Thank you. Oh, now my phone's ringing. Oh, it's Bettina.
Hello, darling. Just calling to say happy 700th. You look great on it, darling.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, dear. Douglas and Boo are out in the garden somewhere, but but August's here. Say happy birthday, August. Oh, happy birthday, August. Silly thing. I thought you'd be having a party or something. Or are you waiting until 750?
Well, we're not having a party. I mean, it's so soon after Christmas, and actually, there's been a bit of trouble. So don't worry, you're not missing. You're not missing out on any parties or drinks or cocktails.
Oh dear, what's going on?
Well, it's Wilson, Comet, and Reginald, and all that business.
Yes, I do sort of know about that from talking to Tallulah. What's that man been up to this time? He always seemed so nice when I met up with him. I know Tallulah's very upset. You know, he was a pupil of hers. She really trusted him.
Yes, I know. She is disappointed. Looks like he used that position to, deliberately get closer to Reginald.
Do you want me to come over? Is she upset? What's gone on?
Oh, it looks like there's been a confrontation. Although Wilson is nowhere to be found, and Reginald is, well, he's just staring into the distance. He's not saying anything. Yes, Uncle John may have some video footage of what happened, but he dropped his phone in a puddle. He got attacked by some seagulls. Long story.
Oh, darling, that's typical Yeti Uncle John.
Isn't it just? So, I don't know. We'll catch up with you in August when some of this is sorted out, but I don't think there's any real reason for you to be here. I mean, Wilson may still be on the loose for all we know.
You don't seem too sure.
Well, there's a possibility he fell off the ornamental waterfall.
Fell off the ornamental waterfall, darling?
It's a possibility. That's where they met. There was a confrontation.
Oh, how very Sherlock Holmes.
It is a bit Holmes and Moriarty, isn't it?
Yes, darling. Oh, dear. And what? It looks like Wilson may have gone over?
Well, if he did, then there's no body to be found. And we don't think there would have been time for anyone to remove a body or for him to have got out, even if he'd survived the fall. But if he left the waterfall, then Yeti Uncle John would have bumped into him on the way up the stairs to rescue Reginald. Oh, don't know, it's a bit of a mystery. It is a bit of a mystery.
Oh, but darling, he's a demon, remember?
A demon.
Maybe he flew. Maybe he flew away.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know about demons. I don't know. Do you think he could have transformed into something?
Oh, it's quite possible. Darling, demons can do almost anything.
Well, I'm hoping that this video will show us what occurred, and we're also hoping we'll hear what was said, because we still don't know how Wilson knew Reginald, and why all this animosity.
Oh, darling, most complicated. But I shall leave you to it, but you let me know what's going on. If I can help in any way, even if I can distract Tallulah, or maybe she could come over here.
Oh, I don't think she wants to leave Reginald.
Oh, I guess that's understandable. No, she should be there for him, particularly if he sort of comes round, as it were.
Exactly. Anyway, I better go.
All right, darling. Oh, I'm so sorry that all this is going on. Today of all days.
Oh, 700 is it isn't that special. As you say, 750 is coming up. We'll celebrate then.
All right, darling. You take care. 1 million kisses. 1,000,001 kisses. Mwah.
All right, my love to August and Boo and Douglas.
All right, darling. Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, dear. Updating her, were you? Yes, just letting her know what's going on. She wondered if we were having a party. I was worried she hadn't received an invitation. Oh, yes. Where's Yeti Uncle John? Oh, he's just taking a coffee into Reginald. Being useful for once. Paul. Oh, somebody needs to make a coffee for Tallulah. Look at her. I've never seen her so down. Martin's with her, but you're right. Yes, we should go and make a coffee. I'll go and do it. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I feel so stupid, Martin. I feel so stupid. I trusted that man. I trusted Wilson. He was one of my most promising students. Well, how are you to know? I mean, he seemed keen. He paid his fees. Yes, and all the time, he just wanted to get closer to Reginald. He was laughing at us, Martin. Well, maybe he was, but that's, nothing that you could have done about it. Doesn't say anything negative about you. I just feel stupid, that's all.
Tallulah, you weren't stupid. You weren't, no, you're very trusting. And why wouldn't you be? You know, somebody comes and says they want to take one of your classes. You don't instantly think, oh, I wonder if they're a demon. I wonder if they're trying to cause trouble for my boyfriend.
Exactly, Paul.
Oh dear. Tallulah, here's a copy for you. Made it strong and black, but with plenty of sugar.
Oh, Brody, thank you. You're so kind, you're so kind. Oh, Mums, no.
Oh, Tallulah. Oh, Tallulah. Guys, quick, come quick. What's going on? He's talking. Reginald's talking and he wants to talk to us all. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Reginald.
Oh, goodness me. Come on. You got to come quick. Right, yes, we're coming. Listeners, sorry. I promise you'll get to hear what gets said, but I think whilst we sort things out, you should go and listen to something else. All right? When you come back, everything will be a bit calmer, and you'll be able to hear whatever we've heard. All right? Come on, Paul, hurry! I'm coming. Hey listeners, I've got something to share with you. Just a little recording that actually we did over WhatsApp of Gianluca trying to teach me some Italian. And when I say some Italian, I don't mean whole sentences, anything but. Just one word. The word was marvellous in Italian. And, it took me a while. Let's see if I got there. It's a lot harder than you'd think.
Hey Paul, how are you doing?
Dear Santa, may I have an English teacher? I am very bad at it.
Meraviglioso.
You didn't, but it's normal because in English GL is a hard sound. I don't know how to say. In Italian it would be meraviglioso. Yeah.
Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso. I can't do that. Meraviglioso.
It's pretty difficult. Well, you can try reading GL like L, kinda, would be something like meraviglioso. It's not properly the same sound, but looks pretty similar to the original one. For example, in Italian, when you talk about children, your children, you talk about figli, would be written like F-I-G-L-I, but the pronunciation is not figli, is fili. It's a bit like when you in English you read, words like no, written with the K as a first letter, but you don't pronounce the K. No and stop. Same here in Italian.
Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso. I think to make up for it, I'll say another word. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddly-I.
It's perfect, sir. I mean, you just used 2 attempts. That's perfect. Supercalifragilisticexpialidoso.
So I was trying to pronounce the word meraviglioso or something like that. That might not be the right pronunciation. Did I do it right? Was that okay? How did I do? Did I do it? How was I? Was I any good? Was that right? Oh dear. I'm never going to get this right. Was it any good? Did I do okay? How was I? Was it just my singing that was good? Or did I get the word right too?
Hell yes.
Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso.
No, it's the pronunciation. I mean, it was very good.
Meraviglioso, meraviglioso. Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso, meraviglioso. Meraviglioso, oh no.
We also got on to talking about the word ignore in English. And, then it was my turn to learn how to pronounce the word ignore in Italian. And as usual, it took me a while, quite a while.
In Italian is ignorare. Ignorare. Similar to GL, but with the N and not the L. So, li, ni.
Ignorare.
Well, listeners, you see, I did sort of get there in the end, but unfortunately, the next day, I'd kind of completely forgotten what I'd learnt, and I was back to square one. Meraviglio. See, I've forgotten. I completely forgotten.
I've even forgotten that word for exit that I liked, which you told me how to pronounce properly. I can't even remember what the word is now. Don't get old.
Maybe you mean uscire.
Uscire? I thought it was uscita. It sounded like mosquito. I think I'm going to start my own version of Italian. Uscire.
Uscire. Oh, in a way, you learn very, very fast. Pretty interesting.
Meraviglioso, you mean? Absolutely meraviglioso. Uscire.
Because wouldn't be meraviglioso, but meraviglioso. You have to put your tongue in the upper side of your mouth.
Meraviglioso. 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 Did I do it? Did I do it?
Maybe the third attempt. Maybe.
Meraviglioso. 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 Meraviglioso.
Almost. The third one. Almost.
Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso.
Maybe you could try this way. Try to say meraviglioso. Io.
Meraviglioso. No. Meraviglioso. 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 No. Meraviglioso.
Okay, 7-6. It's almost perfect.
Oh, well, never mind. That's all we've got time for this episode as far as Mr. Yeti attempting to learn Italian. Let's just say Gianluca's hold of English is far, far superior. Of course. Anyway, where were we? Back to whatever we were doing before this bit. Hi listeners, back again. So A few hours has passed. We know a bit more. In fact, we know all there is to know. I'm here with Reginald. Hello, Paul. Hello, listeners. And Reginald's going to tell us what happened. Yes. Oh, dear. Where shall I begin? Well, when did Wilson contact you? You know, did you hear from him much between the school reunion and today? I'd say no. I mean, occasionally I'd receive a text with a couple of question marks or, little messages. I never replied to them, though. He was taunting me, and then there was one that was like a countdown, anyway, this morning I received a text saying, I think it's time we met. Have you remembered? And I hadn't. I still didn't know what the connection was, how I knew Wilson. But you do now. I do now, and it's all rather strange. I mean, it's strange because I never even for a moment thought that he was who he is. I was looking in the wrong direction, as it were. I was thinking of the wrong possibilities. You know, a former school friend, a former, member of staff, or had I fallen out with anybody? I couldn't think of anybody that I'd fallen out with. It's because it wasn't as simple as that. Demons are a complicated bunch, Paul. You can know them, in one form, and then years later meet them again and they're a different form. They can be a man, they can be a woman, they can be... Well, you'll see. It's just different, very different. Well, yes. And the person that Wilson Comet is now is in no way similar to the entity that he was back in the day. No. Anyway, Wilson contacted me. He suggested the time and the date, all very dramatic, the top of the ornamental waterfall. So there we are. We meet up. I arrive on time. He arrives on time. We begin to talk. And he tells me who he is. He doesn't waste that much time. He tells me quite quickly. I really did not know what to say. Everything was a bit of a blur. I mean, I did feel bad, but I didn't understand. Had no idea who he was. But you understand, kind of, why he has the negative feelings towards you. I do. Oh, it sounds ridiculous, Paul. We can't speak about this, surely. It's not ridiculous if this is what happened. As you say, demons aren't like people. The situations are different. They change their form. And you were a different person when you met Tallulah the first time. Yes, I was. Okay. I knew Wilson when I was at school, but he was not Wilson. But he wasn't a member of staff. He wasn't a school colleague. He wasn't anyone. He wasn't even a person. Yeah, that sounds fair. There was a devil dog who, he sort of belonged to the school, to the headmaster. He was sort of a pet to all of us children. But I was particularly close to him. His name was Comma. He had like a comma mark under his ear, under his left ear. That's how he got his name. I was devoted to him. I used to feed him a lot. I used to feed him more than I should. I spent a lot of time with him. At times he was my only friend. I loved that dog. But then, situation with my parents, I was taken away from that school at quite short notice. I left Comma behind. He wasn't my dog to take. And Comma is Wilson. Comma is Wilson. In another life, he was a devil dog, and he really resents that I left him behind. I spoke to Wilson. I was so shocked, but he wasn't having any of it. So there you are, Reginald. Now you know. Now you know who I am. What have you got to say to yourself? Oh, please, Wilson. I'm so surprised that I had no idea that you had evolved. No idea that I'd evolved from canine to human. It's perfectly possible. We're demons after all. Yes, but it was so long ago. You were my friend. I couldn't take you with me. The decision was taken out of my hands. Can't you see that? That's a pathetic excuse. You could have come back for me. You left me. You abandoned me. You left me at school. Nobody cared for me. I ran away. The things just got worse. And then, I became somebody else. I became somebody different. I evolved. I changed. I had to. It's the only way. I became me. But I never forgot what you did. I never forgot that you left me. Please, Wilson. I'm so sorry. How can I make it up to you? You can't make it up to you. This isn't about you apologising. This isn't about forgiveness. This is about revenge. This is about being furious. About how you left me. How you treated me. I don't know what to say. Please, Wilson. No, get your hands off me. As I said, I'm not here to forgive you. I'm just here to make you suffer for what you did. To suffer as much as I suffered. You didn't even remember who I am. You didn't even remember me. But you look completely different. You are completely different. You've evolved so much. If you'd have cared about me, you'd have remembered me. You'd have seen that we were the same. You can't say that, Wilson. I can say whatever I like. Please, Wilson. Please forgive me. Please, don't. Let's go somewhere and talk about this. No, I don't want to. I don't want to forgive you. Wilson. And so, what happened then? I was worried he was going to throw himself off the top, or at least fall off the top, or maybe push me off the top. I tried to pull him away from the edge, but he kept struggling with me, and I don't remember after that. Everything went dark, and when I opened my eyes again, he wasn't there. I mean, he wasn't anywhere. I looked over the edge of the waterfall, and I couldn't see him down below. I couldn't see that he had left. I don't know, but anyway, yes, Uncle John arrived. Well, I guess at least you know who he is now. So bizarre, Paul, so bizarre. I did love that dog. Dogs are notoriously difficult to tame. You know, the clue is in the name. But Cobber and I were inseparable. I really did love that animal. I mourned him after my father took me away from that school. And, I never saw him again, but I was a child. Why can't he understand that? I mean, I can understand how a dog would be upset and confused, but Wilson isn't a dog anymore. He's evolved to a different form of demon, and you'd think he would be able to understand my circumstances. I don't know what to do. Where has he gone? Where is he? Hello, come in. It's me, Paul. It's Uncle John. What is it? I think my phone's working. I wondered if you wanted to watch the video. Oh, yes. Reginald, I hadn't told you about this. Before Yeti Uncle John got to you, he saw you both at the top of the waterfall, and he took a video. I don't know what I was doing. I just took a video. What people do. He seemed quite aggressive towards you. Well, yes, he was angry. Very angry. Yeah, he shoved you. And I just thought it would kind of prove that, you know, he was a baddie, a bit of a baddie. I don't know what I was doing. Doesn't matter what you did, Uncle John, you did a good thing. Because hopefully if your phone works, we have some evidence. You may even see what happened to him. Perhaps. Well, here we are, the phone's on. Oh, but don't get your hopes up though, it's not the best phone. My gosh, how old is this? It looks like it's something from the noughties. Like, I'm surprised it even has a camera. It'll be a bit pixelated, but maybe it'll give us some clues. I'd like to see it. All right, let's crowd around the table then. Oh, I don't think there'll be much sound because I was at quite a long distance. You definitely make out the two of you on top of the waterfall. Yeah, he did look, he shoved you. Yes, Paul. I was trying to appeal to him. He was so cross. I've never seen him so cross. I was afraid. I'm not surprised. The seagulls kept attacking me, you see. I wasn't really watching. I was watching them, just holding my phone out. I'm sorry, it's terribly wobbly. Yeah, but then he is really close to the edge. Yes, I tried to put him away. I was afraid for him. You see, it's like he's walked, and then he sort of, he stepped back, Paul. Yeah, he did. He stepped back over the edge. Yeah, he didn't fall. No, it's like he turned to mist. He just dissolved. Transported, maybe? Can demons do that? Can you do that? Oh, I don't know that I could do that, but we're all very different. So he didn't jump off the waterfall. You didn't push him. He just left in his own unique way. It would appear that is the case, yes. Well, I'm just glad we have this video, even though it was a bit rubbish. It wasn't great, Uncle John, but in other ways it was amazing, because you did actually just about get them both in shot, and, well, at least we know nobody fell, that Wilson didn't fall. But where's he gone, Paul? Where's he gone? I don't know where he's gone. Will he be back? I'm not sure. The only thing is, as Cromitty has said, Cromitty has overheard him speaking to other people, or another person, about the situation. Other demons, perhaps. That's possible. I mean, you know more about demons than we do. How does it work? Good demons, bad demons? Are the bad demons, do they all meet up for coffee once a week? What happens? Well, I tend to avoid that side of things. I mean, I really do tend to avoid that side of things. That's why I was a traveller for many years, doing my own thing, not being part of any community, not until I met Tallulah. It's possible that he works for somebody who might resent that you're not an evil demon. Could that be a thing? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, at least we know who Wilson is now. Why he, had all that resentment. Why he might have worked for whoever those people are. Yeah. So what now? I don't know, Paul. Do you think we might see him again? Do you think Wilson will show up again one day? Well, I don't see what has been achieved other than menacing you, but I can't imagine that things have worked out at this stage in the way that Wilson would have wanted them to. As he said, he didn't want apologies. He didn't want to forgive you. He just wanted you to suffer. And is he going to say enough is enough now? I don't think so, Paul. No, I don't think so. No, I definitely don't think so either. So, we look out for him? We look out for him, yes. Oh dear. I mean, I don't want to be a scaremonger, but could he change his form? Well, yes. I mean, is that a possibility? Well, the older a demon gets, the harder it is for them to do things like that, but, I don't know. I wonder if I should move on. I wonder if I should travel away. Well, you can't leave Tallulah. I know, but I don't want to leave Tallulah, but I can't put her in danger. Reginald, I think that's a stupid idea. Who's to say that just because you've moved on, they might target Tallulah because they don't know where you are, but they know where she is? Yeah, that's a good point, Paul. No, we're stronger together. Yes, I think we're stronger together too. You're probably right. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry you've had to deal with all this. It's not your fault. Even the business with Comma isn't your fault. You were a child. He said, a very sad story. Well, I guess we just go back to being ourselves. There's always so much going on the Shy Life podcast. Yes. Well, I think we've run out of time, so we should say our goodbyes. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Sorry, it's been a bit of a traumatic episode 700, but at least we celebrated it in some way. I'm sure if we give Bettina a call, she'll knock up a quick cocktail party this afternoon. Oh, dear Uncle John, I don't think I'm up for that. Not today. No, I don't think I am either, but maybe sometime later in the week. That would be nice. Yes, right, well. I don't know. Well, so we're saying goodbye, are we? We're saying goodbye to the listeners, yes, for now. Plenty of episodes in the can. We're back again soon. And, remember, a devil dog is not just for Christmas, it's for life. Oh, Paul, too soon. Sorry. Okay, bye-bye for now. Goodbye. Goodbye, listeners. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Somebody is able to talk.
Yeah, I think he's a lot better for it. We do still need to keep an eye on him, though. Yes, well, it's possible that Matthias will be able to help. Yes, in fact, I talked to Reginald, and he said he'd talk to Matthias about Wilson, offering advice. Matthias, thank you for speaking to me.
Oh, it's no problem, Reginald. How can I help you?
Well, I know that you have an experience with magical beings and supernatural elements, and I don't know if you know, but I think you do know that I am a demon, and there are other demons in this area. In fact, there's a demon school down the road. And unfortunately, one of the demons that I used to know when I was much younger has a vendetta out on me, and I don't even know at this moment. I can't even remember why he might want to hurt me, but I don't feel strong enough to fight against him. If he decides to turn nasty, so far he's kept himself to himself and been more sneaky and kept under cover, but I think he's working up to something bad, and I think I might need some extra protection, which I wondered if perhaps you could provide, or at least recommend somebody.
Yeah, sure, I can work on a few spells that will work like a demon's alarm, so I can cast them on your house and Paul's house and your Uncle John's house and everyone else who would require it. And of course you will be excluded from the alarm as you are a demon too, but if another demon will approach, then the people living in that house will get a notification on their phones and that there is demon coming, so they will know to be prepared.
It's very difficult because I don't have another demon ally. I only really have a fellow demon who wants. I don't think he wants me around, if you know what I mean. I feel like his plans for me are not good, and yet I don't have the strength or the skills to fight him off. So it would be very useful, very much appreciated if you could help me. But I don't know. I don't know if you see anything in my future that I should try and be mindful of.
Well, it's not like the magicians are good with seeing the future, but lately I had a strange, very nasty dream saying that probably something very nasty will gonna happen in near or far future. As I said, I'm not good with the interpretation of the dreams and the future, but probably someone's gonna die. But I'm not sure who's gonna it be, or if someone strongly related to you, or if even it's related to you, it might be related to someone else.
I understand with the Shy Life podcast. There are always multiple bloodlines going on and multiple threats. So, I mean, it could be to do with me, or it could be somebody else. Thank you, though. Thank you for your warning, and thank you for your help. Is there anything else you need to tell me?
Yeah, I can saw in my dream a number 750, but I can't say what it means.
Well, I mean, I can only theorize, but well, thank you. Thank you for your help.
Oh, no problem, Reginald. It's my pure pleasure.
750, Reginald? Well, that sounds... I mean, surely that's the episode number. Yes, Paul. I think it's something we need to look out for, just in case what Mateus has dreamt comes true. Oh, my goodness. I think we need to put the kettle on. We need to go and speak to the others. And, yes, don't worry, 750 is still a number of episodes away. We're fine. There's time to plan. There's time to consider it. But we have to consider your protection. Yes, well, Mateus has put his spells and I am more protected than I was. But, yes, we just need to work out what Wilson's next step is going to be. Of course. Right. Let's put that kettle on. Thank you, Paul. Yes, thank you.
Oh dear, oh dear. Let's just hope we don't hear from Wilson anytime soon. I just wish we knew where he was, what he was planning. Well, I don't think we'll be seeing him at Kapow Supermarket anymore. In a way, I wish we were. I mean, if Wilson could get over his animosity towards Reginald and just live a normal life, wouldn't that be all the better for everybody? Yes, but I agree, but I don't get the feeling he's that kind of guy. Don't get the feeling he's that kind of guy either. No. Oh dear. I wish I knew what we could do. I wish we could know for sure that Wilson would just leave Reginald alone, leave us all alone. Oh dear, Paul. Oh dear.
I gotta go now! Bye! I want to go with you! Gotta go! Bye!
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, goodbye.
Wow. Really? No kidding.
Thank you, darling. And you too. Bye-bye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear. What's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice.
I have a voice.
You have a voice. You have a voice.
We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
That is so cringe, oh my god.
You're a man of culture as well.
Reginald, this is my last message to you. At least my last message as Wilson Comet. Just know that I'll never forgive you for what you did to me all those years ago. I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to forgive you, but there's other things to be done. I don't want you to ever feel safe. Don't want you to ever feel that I'm not thinking about you. I want you to know that I have friends, plenty of friends out there, so maybe they'll do my work for me. I want to ruin your life like you ruined mine. Don't want you to ever forget my name. I'll be back in some form one day, but you won't know when. Hopefully you'll be thinking about it all the time, never quite sure if I'm just around the corner, looking back over your shoulder. Who knows where I'll be? I'll be close. My friends will be close. And that is my ultimate revenge on you. You won't feel safe. None of your friends are safe. This is just everything you deserve. It's the way you treated me. For abandoning me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Reginald? Do you hear me? This will never end. Never, never, never end.
Oh, what do I do, Yeti Uncle John? Oh, well, it could just be all theatrics. It could be. You've not played it to Tallulah, have you? I have not played it to Tallulah or Martin. I don't want to worry them. As you know, I said to Paul I should leave. I should go away, but he pointed out that they might still attack my friends. Might still attack Tallulah, so I won't go anywhere. But he's right, I will be. Always thinking. Is he out there? Is he waiting? Or is one of his friends waiting? It's awful. It's awful. No one should have to live like that. I can't understand why he can't understand why you left him. It wasn't your choice. It wasn't my choice, no, but he just remembers it as he remembers it when he was comma. Well, we should do something fun, to take your mind off things. I don't know. I won't take no for an answer. We're going to go down the pub for a pint of something strong. Or, well, in my case, sparkling mineral water. Oh, it's the Uncle John, if you insist. I just need a few moments. All right. I wonder if Martin will come with us. I like the idea of a cocktail party to celebrate 700 episodes. Yes, me too. Anyway, I'll just sort myself out, then I'll join you. If I hadn't coat on, yes, you go and see if Martin will come with us too. Maybe we can even persuade Tallulah, although I think she's deep into her knitting at the moment. She uses it as a form of therapy. Yes, all right. Don't be long. I won't. I tried to ring back on that phone number, been disconnected, so no hope to contact him. Oh dear. Oh dear. What am I going to do? Keep on keeping on, I suppose. Keep on keeping on. I want to ruin your life like you ruined mine. Don't want you to ever forget my name. I'll be back in some form one day, but you won't know when. Hopefully you'll be thinking about it all the time, never quite sure if I'm just around the corner, looking back over your shoulder. Who knows where I'll be? I'll be close. Our friends will be close. And that is my ultimate revenge on you. You won't feel safe. None of your friends are safe. It's just everything you deserve. It's the way you treated me. For abandoning me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Reginald? Do you hear me? This will never end. Never, never, never end.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost... What's going on? What happened?
700. 700. You got your 7, you got your 0, and another 0. That's 700. 700. So there. 700. 700. 700. That's 700. 700.
700.
That was beautifully done. I'm going to have some orange squash now. It's an exciting life.
700. 700.
Très bien. Oui.
Et voilà.